Hello everyone, my name is Lakita. Today I am going to make an audio recording for visually impaired student of physical chemistry from Lakshmi textbook series, and the name of chapter is liquid state and liquid crystal. Introduction. Matter exists in three physical states, that is solid, liquid and gases. According to the molecular concept, matter is made up of extremely small particles called molecules. In a solid, the molecules are not free to move and they are closely packed in the form of crystal lattice because of strong intermolecular force of attraction. The solid substances generally have long range order of their particle. The molecules in solid are held so strongly that they cannot move. Hence, solid have definite shape and definite volume, while in case of gases, the molecules are far apart because of much smaller van der Waals forces. They have very large space in between them, hence can move freely from one position to another. Therefore, gases do not possess a definite shape and definite volume. Liquid state is the intermediate between the solid and gas. In this state, the molecules are at smaller distance than those of gas and larger than those in a solid. The magnitude of intermolecular forces in a liquid is midway between those in a solid and a gas. Consequently, the properties and behavior of liquid will also be halfway between those of solid and gases. Intermolecular forces. The forces of attraction which exist between polar molecules as well as non-polar molecules are called intermolecular forces. These forces are also known as van der Waals forces. The magnitude of these forces is very weak, can be indicated by the low value of melting and boiling point of certain substances. Its bond length is 2 to 20 kJ per mole respectively. These forces are electrical in nature and they arise due to origin of charge of opposite sign. The molecule of liquid show many type of intermolecular forces. These are: number 1, dipole-dipole interaction, Keystone forces. Number 2, dipole-induced dipole interaction. Number 3, induced dipole interaction, London forces. Number 4, hydrogen bonding. Out of these forces, dipole-dipole interaction are stronger than other type of interaction. These different type of forces are discussed below. Number 1, dipole-dipole interaction, that is Keystone forces. The dipole-dipole interaction was studied by Keystone in 1912. The force between the polar molecule is Keystone force. The polar molecule are with the center of positive and negative charge. The positive end of a polar molecule attract the negative end of other polar molecule and vice versa. It is also known as orientation effect because these molecules orient themselves under the influence of attractive force of polar molecule. Magnitude of dipole-dipole interaction. The dipole interaction is much weaker interaction than the electrostatic force of attraction that exists in solid substances. The magnitude of dipole-dipole interaction depend upon the polarity of molecules. Greater the polarity of molecules, greater will be dipole-dipole interaction. Consider the dipole moment polarity of the molecule such as water H2O, that is 1.84 dBi, ammonia NH3, that is 1.49, and hydrogen fluoride, that is 1.91. Hence polarity of following molecule are given in order: HF greater than H2O greater than NH4. Similarly, the magnitude of dipole-dipole interaction is observed. In the same way, dipole moment of ammonia and HCl is 1.49 and 1.03 respectively. The dipole moment value of NH3 is greater than HCl, so we can say NH3 is easily liquefiable gas as compared to HCl gas. The magnitude of melting point and boiling point also depend upon the polarity of molecule. Greater the polarity of molecule, more will be its melting and boiling point. As in case of H2 and NH3, the boiling point of water is found to be higher than the boiling point of NH3. Average potential energy of dipole-dipole forces. The average potential energy between two polar molecules having dipole moment mu1 and mu2 is given as average potential energy V is equal to C upon R6 where C is equal to 2 by 3 kT into mu1 square mu2 square. V is equal to minus 2 upon 3 kT mu1 square mu2 square into 1 upon R6, where R is the distance between polar molecule, K is Boltzmann constant and T is absolute temperature. The negative charge is associated with equation 3 due to attractive nature of dipole-dipole interaction. The force of attraction between dipole species depend on 1 upon R6. From the equation it is clear that dipole-dipole interaction is inversely related with the temperature. In simple words, we can say at the condition of normal temperature and pressure, the distance between the molecule is very large and dipole-dipole interaction among the molecule of gas are very small. However, on increasing pressure and decreasing temperature, the distance r between the molecule get decreased. As a result, attractive force increase and gaseous substance changes into liquid or solid substance under these conditions. Dipole-induced dipole interaction. Dipole-induced dipole interaction was studied by Debye in 1920. The kind of forces existing between two molecules. One molecule is polar while other molecule is non-polar. The non-polar molecule do not have any dipole moment, so polar molecule induce polarity in them by distorting their electron cloud. Such an interaction between polar molecule with a non-polar molecule is called as dipole-induced dipole interaction. It is called as induction effect due to induction of polarity in non-polar molecules. The magnitude of this interaction also depend upon the dipole moment of the polar molecule. The average potential energy of interaction of dipole-induced dipole type is given by the expression V is equal to minus C by R6, where C is equal to 2 alpha mu1 square. Mu1 is the dipole moment of polar molecule. Putting the value of C in equation 1, we obtain V is equal to 2 alpha mu1 square multiply 1 by R की power 6, where mu1 is equal to permanent dipole moment of molecule 1. Alpha is equal to polarizability of molecule 2. R is the distance of separation between molecule. From the equation it is clear that potential energy of interaction for a dipole-induced dipole interaction depend upon 1 by R6, but it is independent of temperature. As the distance between the molecule increase, the interactive force of attraction between the molecule get decrease. Number 3. Induced dipole interaction, London forces or dispersion forces. This kind of forces was noticed by the Fritz London in noble gases. In this type of interaction, a non-polar molecule was attracted by other non-polar molecule. The interaction is of this type is called instantaneous dipole-induced dipole interaction. It is also called as dispersion forces. Origin of forces. Atom or molecule of certain gases are uncharged due to presence of symmetrical electrode cloud. Due to motion of electrons, the electron cloud remain no longer symmetrical, so instantaneous dipole is produced. This instantaneous dipole induced dipole in the neighboring molecule, so a weak interaction is set up known as London forces. The potential energy of dispersion forces is given by the interaction V is equal to minus C by R6, where C is equal to 3 by 2 alpha 1 alpha 2 bracket start I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 bracket close, where alpha 1 is equal to portability of molecule 1 and alpha 2 is the polarizability of molecule 2. I1 and I2 is the ionization energy of two molecules. Putting the value in equation 1, we get V is equal to minus 3 by 2 alpha 1 alpha 2 bracket start I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 bracket close multiply 1 by R6. London forces are the main forces of attraction between non-polar organic species. There are many factors on which magnitude of van der Waals forces depend. These factors are: number 1, size of molecule. Large size molecule poses large surface area. Therefore, they have greater chance of distortion of their electron cloud. As a result, attractive force of the nucleus cannot hold their electron cloud no more symmetrical. For example, the molecular formula of N-pentane and neopentane is found to be same, that is C5H14, but they differ in their boiling point. The boiling point of N-pentane is 309 Kelvin, while that of neopentane is 283 Kelvin. This is because the structure of N-pentane is found to be linear than the structure of neopentane, that is branched. The linear structure poses large surface area, hence large magnitude of van der Waals forces. Hence N-pentane boils at high temperature as compared to neopentane. Number 2. Number of electrons. Greater the number of electrons, more will be chance of distortion because nuclear forces cannot hold large electron cloud in a symmetrical manner. For example, increase in magnitude of boiling points of noble gases with increase in number of electrons. Number 3. Molecular structure. In symmetrical molecule, less chance of distortion of their electron cloud than unsymmetrical molecule. Molecule with lone pair of electrons. For example, the molecule of fluorine F2 has greater chance of distortion of their electron cloud as compared to the molecule of hydrogen H2, because in F2 number of lone pair of electron is 3 in number, while molecule of H2 does not have any lone pair of electron. Hydrogen bonding. The idea of hydrogen bond was introduced by Latimer and Rodebush in 1920. It has been observed that in a compound containing hydrogen atom bonded to highly electronegative atoms such as fluorine F, oxygen O, and nitrogen N by a covalent bond, the electron pair is attracted toward the electronegative atom so that the electronegative atom acquires slightly negative charge while hydrogen atom acquires slightly positive charge. This positively charged hydrogen atom is attracted by the electronegative atom of other molecule and form a weak bond known as hydrogen bond. HX bonded with HX. Hydrogen bonding between H atom and electronegative atom. Thus, hydrogen bond is the electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen bond of one molecule and electronegative atom like F, O, and N of other molecule, either same substance or different substance. The hydrogen bond is represented by the dotted line. In other bond, the hydrogen atom acts as bridge between two molecules. It attached with one molecule by a covalent bond, while with other molecule by a weak hydrogen bond. For example, hydrogen bonding is shown by few compound. Hydrogen bonding between molecule of same substance. Similarly, hydrogen bonding between molecule of different substances. It may be noted that hydrogen bond is longer than pure covalent bond. In HF, the bond length of hydrogen bond between H and F is 155 picometer than the normal covalent bond length of HF molecule, that is 100 picometer. Importance of hydrogen bond. Number 1. It is an electrostatic force of attraction instead of a chemical bond. Number 2. In hydrogen bond, only two atoms are involved. Number 3. Hydrogen bond is a very weak bond. Its strength is given as 9 to 42 kJ per mole or 3 to 10 kilocalorie per mole. The strength of hydrogen bond is very less as compared to covalent bond, that is 400 kJ per mole. Number 4. With the increase of electronegativity and decrease in size of atom to which hydrogen is covalently linked, the strength of hydrogen bond increase. Number 5. In hydrogen bond, all the three atoms, two electronegative atom and one hydrogen atom, lie in the straight line. Condition for hydrogen bonding. The necessary condition for the formation of hydrogen bond are as follows. Number 1. Size of an atom. The size of electronegative atom attached with hydrogen atom should be small. The small size atom has greater tendency to withdraw the electron of hydrogen atom toward itself and generate greater degree of polarity. Number 2. Electronegativity. The hydrogen atom must be attached with highly electronegative atoms such as fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. Types of hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding are of two types: intermolecular hydrogen bonding. When hydrogen bond is formed between the molecule of same substances, that is H2O, H2O, NH3, NH3 and HF, HF, etc. The type of bond thus formed is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. Inter means in between two. The intermolecular hydrogen bond can be formed between the molecule of different substances. Strength of hydrogen bond. A hydrogen bond is much weaker than a covalent bond. The strength of hydrogen bond is in between 20 to 40 kJ per mole, while that of covalent bond is about 600 kJ per mole. However, magnitude of hydrogen bond is much more than the magnitude of dipole-dipole interaction. The melting and boiling point of HF, NH3 and H2 are high as compared to the hydride of element of corresponding group of periodic table. Number 5. Repulsive intermolecular forces. When two molecules come close to each other, the interaction is set up between the nuclei and electron cloud of the molecule. When they are situated at a specific distance from each other, attractive forces operate between them. However, when distance between the molecule is less, the nuclei and electron cloud repel each other. The magnitude of repulsive force is inversely related with the 12th power of intermolecular distance, that is 1 by r की power 12. Thus, the magnitude of potential energy of repulsion depend upon the electronic arrangement within the molecule. Mathematically, it is related with internuclear distance. V repulsion is equal to B by r की power 12, where B is a constant. Its value depend upon the nature of substance. Total energy between the pair of molecules. The total interaction between energy between the pair of molecule is sum of attractive forces and repulsive forces. Total energy of electron is equal to attractive forces plus repulsive forces. The individual constituent of various form of interaction energy is listed as: number 1, dipole-dipole potential energy, that is V1 is equal to minus 2 by 3 kT multiply mu1 square mu2 square multiply 1 की power 1 upon r की power 6. Number 2, dipole induced dipole potential energy, that is V2 is equal to minus 2 mu1 square alpha multiply 1 upon r की power 6. Number 3, induced dipole potential energy, that is V3 is equal to minus 3 by 2 alpha 1 alpha 2 bracket start I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 bracket close multiply 1 by r to the power 6. Number 4, potential energy of repulsion, that is Vr is equal to B by r to the power 12. The total potential energy of interaction can be obtained by adding all this interaction energy. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus Vr. V is equal to bracket start 2 by 3 mu1 square upon mu1 square mu2 square upon kT plus 2 alpha mu1 square 3 by 2 alpha 1 alpha 2 I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 bracket close multiply by 1 upon r to the power 6 plus b upon r to the power 12, or V is equal to minus a by r to the power 6 plus b by r to the power 12. Where a and b are constant, the potential energy of interaction is expressed as in standard form known as Lennard-Jones potential. According to Lennard-Jones potential energy of attractive and repulsive interaction written as in form: V is equal to 4 epsilon bracket start r naught by r whole power 12 minus r naught by r whole power 6. The Lennard-Jones potential energy curve is shown in figure 16. This equation shows two parameters. One is epsilon, that is maximum force of attraction, and other is r naught, that is closest distance between molecule when V is equal to 0. Actually, r naught does not show the distance at minimum energy. Lennard-Jones potential is also known as 612 potential because magnitude of one double attractive force fall off as the sixth power of distance and repulsion force vary inversely as the 12th power of the intermolecular distance. From equation 4, that is V is equal to 4 epsilon bracket start R naught by R whole power 12 minus R naught by R whole power 6 bracket close. We have the energy of interaction by the derivative of potential energy, that is V is equal to minus curly V by curly R. Number 1, if the curly V by curly R is positive, then the interaction energy is negative. It means the molecules are attracted toward each other. Number 2, if curly V by curly R is negative, then the interaction energy is positive. It means that the molecules repel each other. Thus, it is clear from the equation 4 that if intermolecular forces between the molecule is greater than R naught, then the term 1 by R6 predominate, while the distance between the molecule is less than R naught, then repulsive term 1 by R to the power 6 predominates. Structure of liquids. The structure of liquids cannot be established well than of solid and gases. The position of solid are in between the gases, in which particles are arranged in irregular manner, and solid, in which particles arranged regularly. In the particles of liquid, there are strong cohesive forces of interaction. So these molecules exist as close packed structure. But this type of close packing does not have the long range order of particles. The particle of liquid possess all three types of motion, that is translational, rotational and vibrational motion. There are some properties associated with liquid and help in understanding their structure. They are discussed as: number 1, incompressible nature. In liquid, the particles are arranged randomly. Due to random arrangement of particles, the liquid have tendency to flow intermolecular spaces between the particle of liquid is very less. Hence, liquid forms are incompressible or little compressible in nature. The incompressible nature of liquid indicate that there is strong force of interaction between particles of liquid. In simple words, we can say that it is an intermediate form between order and disorder. Number 2, change in molar volume on fusion and evaporation. When a pure solid melts, its volume increases about 1%. This increase in volume is very much smaller than when liquid changes into vapor at its boiling point, that is about 100 to 1000 times. A small change in volume when solid melt and change into liquid form indicate that there is some disorder, but large change in volume when liquid change in gaseous form indicate that a large disorder. Hence, we conclude that the molecules of liquid are not arranged in ordered manner just like solid, but they are not as disordered as that in case of gas. Number 3, enthalpy of fusion and evaporation. The amount of heat required to melt 1 mole of solid at the melting point is called enthalpy of fusion. It is also called molar enthalpy of fusion, that is delta HF naught. Its magnitude is much smaller than energy of vaporization, that is delta HV naught. That is amount of heat required to convert 1 mole of liquid substance into its vapor form at the boiling point. For example, heat of fusion delta HF naught of ice is 6.1 kJ per mole, whereas heat of evaporization delta HV naught for water is 40.7 kJ per mole. Greater the amount of heat absorbed, more will be disorder created. When a solid substance melts, some disorder is introduced in the liquid thus obtained. But this disorder is much less than the disorder introduced when the same amount of energy changes into its vapor form of boiling point. This again shows that the constituent particles of liquid are not ordered as that in case of solid, but they are not much disordered as that in case of gas. Number 4, entropy of fusion and entropy of vaporization. Entropy of fusion delta SF is the change in entropy when one mole of solid substance changes into liquid form at its melting point. is found to be much lesser than the entropy of vaporization. Delta SV is the change of entropy when 1 mole of liquid substance changes into its vapor form at its boiling point. For example, entropy of fusion of ice at 273 Kelvin, delta SF is 22 joule per Kelvin, and entropy of vaporization of water at 373 Kelvin is 109 joule per Kelvin. Entropy is also a direct measure of disorder, so it indicates that less amount of disorder is created when solid substance changes to liquid form than when a liquid substance changes to gaseous form. This tells that the liquid state is an intermediate state of solid, perfect ordered arrangement of particle, and gases, complete disordered arrangement of particle. Number 5. X-ray diffraction studies. For the X-ray studies, it is clear that the constituent particles of solid are arranged in a regular manner, that is perfect order arrangement of particles, and this order extends up to the edges of the crystal. This is called as long range order. Electron diffraction studies show that arrangement of gaseous particles are not found to be regular. The molecule of gas move randomly in all the possible directions. Liquid occupy an intermediate state between solid, ordered arrangement of particles, and gases, disordered arrangement of particles. This fact is spotted from the X-ray diffraction technique or from the neutron diffraction technique. The X-ray diffraction pattern of liquid mercury is shown in figure 19. The diffraction pattern shows that there are 1 or 2 diffraction maxima at small angle, which indicate that there is some short range molecule arrangement in liquid, but in X-ray diffraction pattern of gases, there is no minima or maxima observed. The diffraction pattern of gases show continuous curve. The substance of maxima or minima in case of gas indicate that these forms are completely disordered form. Hence, X-ray study of liquid clearly indicate that there is partially ordered structure in liquid state, or in other words, we can say that a short range order exists in liquid. Moreover, from the X-ray study, we can locate the position of particle in a liquid in terms of radial distribution function, which give the probability of finding a particle in range dr at a distance r from another particle. For a crystal at 0 Kelvin, the radial distribution function is made up of series of lines appear at value of r. As the temperature is raised, the lines are broadened into bands. The area under the bands is directly related with the number of atoms at that distance. The radial distribution function of liquid mercury Hg at 293 Kelvin is shown in figure 19b. From the figure, it is clear that radial distribution function for a liquid is 0 for small value of r due to repulsion. Since the liquid mercury Hg does not have long range order because radial distribution function become constant after a few molecular diameter. Theory of liquid state. A liquid form of a substance may be considered as a condensed gas or a molten solid. In gaseous state, there is completely disordered arrangement of particle, while in solid state, the particle, atom, ion or molecule are arranged in a regular manner. In liquid state, the particles are not fixed as in solids. These particles do not have their fixed position. They have some freedom of motion. The magnitude of intermolecular forces in liquid is strong. To explain the properties of liquid, two theories have been put forward that can explain the nature and the magnitude of these intermolecular forces. These theories are explained as: number 1, valency or hole theory. This theory was put forward by Irving Andre in 1933. This theory is based upon the fact that liquid form is less dense form than the corresponding solid form. The intermolecular space between the molecule of liquid is greater than that of solid. According to Irving and Lee, the intermolecular spaces among the liquid is not found to be random but made up of hole or vacancy of size of molecular diameter. Thus, a liquid can be made up of molecule of liquid and the hole that distribute randomly between them. Due to presence of hole, the molecule of liquid can easily jump into them and thus show gas-like behavior, while those molecules of liquid which do not have any hole in the neighborhood cannot jump and hence show solid-like behavior. Thus, by use of appropriate mathematical treatment, the mole fraction of solid-like and gas-like molecule can be calculated. From these values, the thermodynamic property of liquid can be calculated. Irving and Lee studied on argon and found that the result thus obtained was found to be in close arrangement with the experimental values. Number 2. Free volume theory. According to this theory, the molecule of gas is surrounded by 10 to 15 neighboring molecules. These neighboring molecules are situated only a small distance away from molecule. These surrounding molecules form a cage or cell around the central molecule. Thus, the central molecule has to move only small distance to collide with any of its neighboring molecule. But in case of gas, the molecule have to travel a long distance for colliding with another molecule. The center of cage or cell can be moved in small space, that is shown by the shaded area. Thus, the volume available for a molecule of liquid within which its center can move is called free volume. Assume that potential field within the cage is spherically symmetrical. Thus, free volume can be calculated. This free volume can be related to the thermodynamic property of liquid. Structural difference between solid, liquid and gases. The main point of difference between a solid, liquid and a gas are given in the table. Number 1. Solid. The X-ray diffraction study of solids shows that they have well-defined maxima. Liquid. X-ray diffraction study of liquid substance show only one or two well-defined maxima which dampens out with distance. Gas. The electron diffraction study of gases show that they do not have any maxima. Number 2. Solid. Solid have a short range as well as long range order of constant particle, that is, particle of solid are arranged in a regular manner. Liquid. Liquid have short range order of particle, they do not have long range order of particle. Number gas. Gases form neither have short range order nor have long range order of particle, that is, particle of gas are distributed randomly. Number 3. Solid. The particles of solid are packed closely, hence solid have strong intermolecular force of attraction and hence possess rigidity and definite shape and definite volume. Liquid. The particles of liquid are separated by small distances. They have weak intermolecular force of attraction than solid. The particles are not held together strongly, hence they possess fluidity and have definite volume but do not have definite shape. Gas. The particles of gases are separated by large distance. The magnitude of intermolecular forces is very weak. As a result of this, they neither have definite shape nor have definite volume. Number 4. In solid, the constant particle have only vibratory motion. These particles do not have translational and rotational motion due to fixed position of particle. Liquid. The molecule of liquid possesses all type of motion, that is, translatory, rotatory and vibratory motion. Gas. The molecule of gas possesses high degree of translatory, rotatory and vibratory motion. Number 5. Solid. The solid substance generally have high density due to closest packing of constant particle. Volume. Liquid. The density of liquid is much less than the density of solid, but they have higher density than that of gas. Gas. The gaseous form possesses low density due to presence of large intermolecular space among the particle of gas. Number 6. Solids. Solids form are almost incompressible form of matter due to presence of closest packing among the particle. Liquid. Liquid form are also in compressible form, but due to presence of less intermolecular spaces among the particles, they are little compressible. Gases. The gaseous form is a highly compressible form due to presence of large intermolecular spaces among the particles. Number 7. Solid do not diffuse at all due to presence of strong intermolecular forces. Liquids form are diffusible form of matter, but then diffusibility is less than that of gases. Gaseous form of matter is highly diffusible form due to presence of weak intermolecular forces. Physical properties of liquids and chemical constitution. There is regular arrangement of particles in solids. The particles, atom, ion or molecule of solid possess only vibrational mode of motion, while in case of gas the particles show random motion. These particles move freely in any direction, but in case of liquids, intermolecular forces of attraction are greater than in gases. Hence, liquid form of a substance is less compressible in nature. However, the molecule of liquid possesses translational motion, thus they have tendency to flow. Due to difference in structure of liquid as compared to solid and gas, the liquid form possesses certain physical properties which are vapor pressure, boiling point, surface tension, viscosity and refractive index, etc. These physical properties of liquid depend upon the strength of intermolecular forces of attraction. The origin of these forces is the internal structure of liquid. These physical properties of liquid give valuable information about the structure of molecule in liquid. These physical properties have following characteristics. Number 1. Additive property. It is the property of a substance which is equal to sum of property of constant atom. For example, molecular mass of liquid or a substance is an additive property. The molecular mass of a substance or molecule can be obtained by adding the atomic mass of the atom that are present in molecule. As in case of acetic acid CH3COOH, its molecular mass is 60. It can be obtained by adding the atomic mass of all the atoms as shown. Thus, the molecular mass of acetic acid comes out to be 60. Number 2. Constitutive property. It is the property of substance or molecule which depend upon the structural arrangement of atom within the molecule. For example, boiling point is an example of constitutive property. The boiling point of water is greater than the boiling point of acetone because the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule of water is greater than the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule of acetone. Number 3. Additive and constitutive property. The additive property of a substance that depend upon the arrangement of atom within molecule is called additive and constitutive property. For example, rheocore, paracore and retraction, etc. Vapor pressure. Consider a liquid placed in an evacuated vessel. It is connected to manometer represent in figure 23. As a result of evaporation, the molecule of liquid escape in the vapor state and vapor pressure increases. After some time, the manometer show a constant pressure. This constant value of pressure is the vapor pressure or equilibrium vapor pressure of liquid. Origin. According to kinetic theory of liquid, number 1. The molecule of liquid are moving randomly in all possible direction. Number 2. The kinetic energy of these molecules is found to be different. Number 3. At a constant temperature, the molecule of liquid have sufficient kinetic energy so that they escape from the surface of liquid. These escaping molecules overcome the forces of attraction in liquid. As a result, the molecule with high kinetic energy escape into the space above the liquid surface as vapor, but kinetic energy of remaining molecule decreases due to fall in temperature. Thus, rate of evaporation decreases with time. The vapor of liquid accumulated in the limited space over the liquid surface tend to go back to the surface of liquid, that is, vapor tend to condense. The rate of condensation of molecule of liquid in vapor state is directly related with the concentration of molecule in vapor state. With the passage of time, rate of evaporation goes on decreasing and rate of condensation goes on increasing. Ultimately, a state will come when rate of evaporation become equal to the rate of condensation, that is, equilibrium is established. In equilibrium condition, no change is observed in the amount of liquid molecule in the vessel and number of molecule in vapor state above the liquid. The molecule of vapor exert pressure. Thus, the pressure exerted by the vapor of a liquid at equilibrium state is called as vapor pressure of liquid at a given temperature. The vapor pressure of liquid is its characteristic property at a particular pressure. It does not depend upon the amount of liquid or the vapor phase. The vapor pressure of liquid depend upon the following factor. Number 1. Nature of liquid. The vapor pressure of liquid depend upon the magnitude of intermolecular attractive forces present between the molecule. The molecule of liquid having weak intermolecular attractive forces have high tendency to evaporate and therefore have high vapor pressure. On the other hand, the molecule of liquid having strong intermolecular attractive forces have less tendency to evaporate and therefore have low vapor pressure. For example, the vapor pressure of ether and water is found to be 44 mm of mercury and 17.7 mm of mercury at 25 degrees Celsius respectively. It means the molecule of ether are weakly attracted toward each other while molecule of water are strongly attracted toward each other. Number 2. Temperature. Vapor pressure of a liquid is directly related with its temperature. As the temperature increases, the molecule of liquid gets sufficient amount of kinetic energy so that its average kinetic energy increases. Thus, the escaping tendency of molecule of liquid also increase. As a result, the number of molecule in vapor state will become more. Consequently, the vapor pressure will also become high. The effect of temperature on vapor pressure of acetic acid, acetone, water and benzene is shown in the figure 28. The variation of vapor pressure of liquid with temperature is given by the expression obtained from Clausius-Clapeyron equation. For evaporization of liquid can be written as dP by dt is equal to delta HV by T bracket start V small v minus VL, where delta HV is equal to heat of vaporization for 1 mole. V small v is molar volume of vapor. VL is equal to molar volume of liquid. dP by dt is change in vapor pressure of liquid with temperature. At a temperature other than the critical temperature, the VL is very small as compared to VV. So equation 1 reduced to dP by dt is equal to delta HV by T delta VV. Assume that the vapor pressure behaving as an ideal gas have P V small v is equal to RT. VV is equal to RT by P. Substituting the value of VV in equation 2, we obtain dP by dt is equal to delta HV multiply P upon T multiply RT, or dP by dt is equal to delta HV into P upon RT square. On rearranging, we get equation 1 by P dP by dt is equal to delta HV upon RT square, but 1 by P dP by dt is equal to d ln P upon dt. Therefore, the equation 6 become d ln P by dt is equal to delta HV by RT square dt. This is the Clausius-Clapeyron equation. Further, write down the equations 8. D ln P is equal to delta HV by RT square. Now, assuming delta HV to be constant, we obtain equation after integration. Integration from P1 to P2, dl n P is equal to delta HV by R integration T1 से T2 dt by T square. ln P1 by P2 is equal to delta HV by R minus 1 by T limit T1 से T2, और ln P2 by P1 is equal to delta HV upon R T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2 limit tends to T1 से T2, और Log P2 by P1 is equal to delta HV by 2.303 R T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. The equation 8 is the integrated form of Clausius-Clapeyron equation. If we know the value of vapor pressure P1 and P2, the value of HV can be calculated. Boiling point. When a liquid gets heated, its temperature goes on increasing. As a result, the average kinetic energy of molecule of liquid become higher than the escape energy. Hence, more and more vapor are formed and vapor pressure of liquid goes on increasing. When vapor pressure of liquid become equal to atmospheric pressure, the liquid is said to boil. The temperature at which liquid boils is called its boiling point. Thus, boiling point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of liquid become equal to atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure may be different at different places, thus the boiling point of same liquid may be different at different places. If atmospheric pressure is increased, the boiling point of liquid also increases and vice versa. For example, water at different atmospheric pressure poses different boiling point. That is, boiling point of water is found to be 373 Kelvin at 760 mm and it is 368 Kelvin at 634 mm of Hg. To avoid confusion, we use term normal boiling point. Thus, normal boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid is equal to normal atmospheric pressure, that is 760 mm of mercury. By changing the external pressure, a liquid may be made to boil at desired temperature. In simple words, we can say a liquid boil at high temperature if external pressure is increased. Similarly, a liquid boil at low temperature if external pressure is decreased. But there are some liquids that decompose at or below their boiling point. These liquids cannot be heated up to their boiling point. Thus, boiling at low temperature under reduced pressure is used to purify such a liquid. This process is called as distillation under reduced pressure. Dependence of boiling point on the nature of liquid. A liquid that possesses higher vapor pressure generally boil at low temperature and vice versa. Because for such a solid, its vapor pressure become equal to atmospheric pressure at low temperature. These liquids generally have low intermolecular forces. Temperature at boiling point of liquid remain constant. This is because when molecule of liquid start boiling, the escaping molecule take away kinetic energy from the liquid. Its magnitude is greater than average kinetic energy. Thus, additional heat is to be supplied to increase the energy of remaining molecule to such an extent that it exceeds the escaping energy of molecule. Hence, molecule of liquid continue to escape as vapor. As a result, the temperature of liquid remain constant till whole of it has vaporized. Difference between evaporation and boiling. There are two similar processes, but they differ in many ways. Evaporation. It takes place simultaneously at all temperature. Boiling takes place at a particular temperature. Evaporation occurs only at the surface of liquid. Boiling occurs below the surface of liquid by involving the formation of vapor or bubble. Boiling point relationships. Number 1. Relationship with critical temperature. The boiling point of liquid Tb at atmospheric pressure is equal to 2 by 3 of its critical temperature Tc. The temperature of both the type Tb and Tc is generally expressed as an absolute scale. Tb is equal to 2 by 3 Tc. Tb is equal to 0.677 Tc. Number 2. Relationship between heat of vaporization. Thornton's rule. According to this rule, the ratio of heat of vaporization delta Hv of a liquid to its normal boiling point on absolute scale is constant. That is, delta Hv by T B is equal to constant. The value of delta Hv by Tb of liquid is found to be approximately 10.5 R. Thus, we have delta Hv by Tb nearly equal to 10.5 R or nearly equal to 21. This equation is called Thornton's rule. The ratio delta HV by TB is also called entropy of vaporization. This equation gives good result when substance is non-associated. For associated liquids such as alcohol and water, the value of delta HV by TB become greater than 21. Number 3. Cooling caused by vaporization. When a liquid vaporizes, the more energetic molecule leave the surface of liquid. As a result, the average kinetic energy of remaining molecule of liquid decreases and temperature of liquid fall. Number 4. Heat of vaporization, delta HV. It is the amount of heat required to convert 1 mole of liquid into its vapor form at boiling point is called heat of vaporization of the liquid. When the liquid starts boiling, the extra heat is supplied to the liquid to overcome the intermolecular force of attraction existing in the liquid and changing the liquid into vapor. Hence, the temperature of system remain constant till whole of liquid changes into vapor. Measurement of vapor pressure. The vapor pressure of liquid can be measured by number 1. Static methods, number 2. Dynamic methods, and number 3. Gas saturation method. These methods are discussed below. Number 1. Static methods. A. Barometric method. In barometric method, two barometric tubes are used. These tubes are filled with mercury and inverted into a trough of mercury. Out of these two tubes, one tube is used for comparison, while in other tube experimental liquid free from dissolved air is introduced. The liquid of the tube evaporates into space above mercury. The liquid is introduced into tube with the help of band dropper. As the liquid vaporizes, its state will come when whole of the substance above the mercury column becomes saturated with its vapors. The differential level of two mercury tube is the measure of vapor pressure of the given liquid at given temperature. The vapor pressure at any temperature can be also determined by adjusting the temperature of heating jacket. B. Isotoniscope method. In 1910, Smith and Meneses devised isotoniscope method. In this method, vapor pressure of a liquid can be measured accurately over a range of temperature. The apparatus used in this method is isotoniscope. The main part of apparatus are shown in figure. The isotoniscope is made up of a bulb B and U-shaped portion of the tube C. The bulb B is filled nearly half with the liquid under investigation. The same liquid is filled in U-shaped portion with its level about 2 to 3 cm below that in bulb. The isotonic is now placed in thermostat A. The temperature of thermostat can be noted with the help of thermometer T. The isotoniscope is then connected to the rest of apparatus, that is a barometric tube D and a big bottle E. The bottle E can be connected to the vacuum pump to regulate pressure inside the apparatus and atmosphere. Number 2. Dynamic method. Principle. The dynamic method is based upon the principle that a liquid boils at a temperature at which its vapor pressure becomes equal to the external pressure over the liquid. The different value of external pressure fixed over the liquid and then determining the boiling point of liquid. The boiling point of liquid are T1, T2 and T3 at external pressure P1, P2 and P3 respectively. Then the pressure noted, that is P1, P2, P3 will be vapor pressure at temperature T1, T2 and T3 respectively. From the plot of pressure versus corresponding temperature, the vapor pressure at any temperature at a particular liquid can also be determined. The dynamic method differs from the isotoniscope method. The isotoniscope method determines the vapor pressure of liquid by fixing temperature first, while dynamic method determines vapor pressure of liquid by fixing external pressure first, then finding the temperature at which liquid boils. The method involves the following step. Number 1. The apparatus is evacuated by connecting the bottle E to the vacuum pump till the liquid boils vigorously in the bulb B. The vacuum pump expels all the air from isotoniscope. The level of liquid in limb L2 stand higher than limb L1. Number 2. Adjust the temperature of thermostat and introduce air slowly into the apparatus by connecting the bottle E to the atmosphere till the level of liquid in both the limbs L1 and L2 are equal. The pressure in the limb L1 is the vapor pressure, while the pressure in limb L2 is equal to pressure in rest of apparatus and is equal to atmospheric pressure minus the height of mercury column in the tube and is called difference. Hence, this difference is the vapor pressure of the liquid at the temperature of the thermostat. The vapor pressure of liquid can be measured at different temperature by simply changing the temperature of the water bath. Number 3. Gas saturation method or Walker's method. The principle of this method is described as: in this method, a known weight of experimental liquid is taken in a closed vessel. A known volume of dry air at a known temperature and pressure is passed through it. As a result, the gas when come out becomes saturated with the liquid vapor. So there is loss in weight of liquid. Air is continuously passed through it till there is no further loss in weight of liquid. During the process, the pressure is kept constant. The air gets saturated with the vapor. In this saturated air, the number of moles of vapor is N1 and number of mole of air is N2 respectively. Then the partial pressure of vapor, which is equal to the vapor pressure of liquid at the experimental temperature, will be given as P is equal to N1 by N1 plus N2 multiply small p. If loss in weight of liquid is W and molecular mass of liquid is capital M, then we have N1 is equal to W by M. Further, suppose air behave as an ideal gas, then N2 is equal to PV by RT. On substituting the value of N1 and N2 in equation 1, we can calculate the vapor pressure of liquid at desirable temperature. Surface tension. Surface tension is another important property exhibited by liquid. The property of liquid is due to presence of intermolecular forces. Consider a molecule A present in body of liquid. It is attracted equally in all directions by the surrounding molecule. However, another molecule B present on the surface of liquid is attracted only by molecule before it. Thus, the downward force acting on molecule B is greater than the attractive force exerted on the molecule B by the molecule of air above the surface of liquid. Consequently, molecule of liquid at the surface pull downward and surface area of liquid tends to minimize. As a result, we can say that molecule of liquid at the surface is under tension due to unbalanced force. This effect is called surface tension. The surface tension is defined as the force that at right angle to an imaginary line of unit length at the surface of liquid at rest. Illustration of surface tension. Floating of shaving blade on the surface of water when it is placed on the surface of water. This is due to surface tension. Number 2. A drop of liquid is always found to be spherical due to surface tension. Because surface molecule of drop are attracted by the molecule present in the bulk of drop, so surface of liquid drop tends to minimum, which is possible in the spherical form, while drop of large size is not found to be spherical because of their excessive weight. Number 3. Water rises in a thin capillary tube due to surface tension. Rise in water in a thin capillary tube due to adhesive forces in between the glass and liquid. The magnitude of adhesive force greater than the magnitude of cohesive force that exists between the molecule of water. It pulls more and more liquid up. A thin tube sucks more liquid than one with a wide bore because large weight of liquid oppose the rise. Number 4. The curved surface meniscus of liquid in a glass tube is also due to surface tension. The surface of water is found to be concave because of adhesive force between glass and water, then cohesive force present between molecule of water. While the curved surface meniscus of mercury is convex because of greater magnitude of cohesive force mercury than the adhesive force mercury glass. Surface energy. As a result of surface tension, molecules of liquid leave the surface and tend to minimize their surface area. To increase the surface area, force must be exerted to overcome the surface tension. That is, work will have to be done to increase the surface area. The work that is required to be done in order to expand the area of the surface of liquid by 1 centimeter square is called surface energy of liquid. Surface energy is generally expressed as Joules per centimeter square or joule per meter square. It may also be expressed as dyne per centimeter, which is also the unit of surface tension. The surface tension is equal to surface energy numerically as well as dimensionally. The existence of force in the surface of liquid can be easily shown by apparatus figure 43. It is made up of a rectangular wire in which one side XY is movable. A thin film of liquid is formed on frame. If no force is applied on the movable part, the thin film of liquid moves toward the fixed end of wire and whole of the film gets destroyed. Thus, liquid has tendency to minimize surface area. The surface area of liquid can be increased by doing work against the inward pull. So, movable part moved from position XY to AB. Thus, some work has to be done against the force of surface tension. This work done in increasing surface area by 1 centimeter square is called surface energy. And surface energy is equal to amount of work done by amount of area increase. It is equal to force multiplied distance upon area. In seizure system, surface energy is equal to dynes per centimeter. Surface energy is equal to surface tension. In SI system, surface is equal to Newton multiply meter upon meter square. Surface energy is equal to Newton by meter. So 1 dyne per centimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 Newton per meter. The surface energy is due to presence of intermolecular force of attraction among the molecule of liquid. Greater is the magnitude of force of attraction, more will be the surface energy of surface tension. The surface tension also be related with enthalpy of vaporization. The surface tension is generally represented by letter gamma. Interfacial tension. It is the force acting per unit length along the interface of two immiscible liquid. The value of interfacial tension of liquid is always less than the force tension of the liquid. This is due to presence of unbalanced force along the surface of each liquid are partly compensated by mutual attraction between the molecule of two liquid. Thus the force acting per unit length perpendicular to the imaginary line in the interface is called interfacial tension. For liquids that do not have strong interaction, their interfacial tension is found nearly equal to difference in surface tension. The interfacial tension gamma xy between two liquid x and y is equal to the difference of their surface tension, that is gamma x and gamma y. Figure 43. For example, the surface tension of water and carbon disulfide are 72.8 and 33.5 dyne per centimeter. Hence, their interfacial tension is 72.8 to 33.5 is equal to 39.3 dyne per centimeter. Surface active agents. There are many substances that decrease the surface tension of liquid when they dissolve in it. The decrease in surface tension is due to their tendency to accumulate at the surface of liquid. For example, soap and detergent. These substances decrease the surface tension of water. They help in removal of dirt or grease that stick to the clothes. High surface tension of water does not allow this to wet the grease. However, when soap and detergent are added to it, they decrease the interfacial tension of water and grease. As a result, grease mixed with solution of soap and on shaking remove the dust and dirt from the surface of cloth. Effect of temperature on surface tension. The surface tension is inversely related with temperature. As the temperature of liquid increase, the magnitude of van der Waals force decrease. Thus, the surface tension also decrease. At critical temperature, when the surface of separation between liquid and its vapor disappear, the surface tension of liquid becomes zero. An important relationship between surface tension of liquid and its absolute temperature is given by gamma m by d whole power 2 by 3 is equal to A minus KT, where m is the molecular mass of liquid, d is the density of liquid at temperature T, gamma is the surface tension of liquid at temperature T, A and K are constant. At critical temperature, the surface tension is taken as 0, that is T is equal to Tc. On substituting value in equation 1, we get 0 is equal to A minus KTc, A is equal to KTc. Thus the expression 1 become gamma m by t whole power 2 by 3 is equal to KTc is equal to KT. Gamma m by d whole power 2 by 3 is equal to KTc minus T. The equation 2 is Itwas equation. This equation gives satisfactory result for a number of liquid over a wide range of temperature. But according to Ramsay and Silt, the surface tension of liquid is not found to be zero at critical temperature. This equation is equal to T is equal to Tc minus 6 less than the critical temperature. Hence above equation become gamma m by d 2 by 3 is equal to K Tc minus T minus 6. According to this equation, gamma will be negative at Tc is equal to T. This overcome this limitation. Replace Tc minus 6 by Tc in equation 3, that is gamma m by capital D minus small d whole power 2 by 3 is equal to KTc minus T, where D is the density of vapor at temperature T. Clearly in the above equation, the surface tension is 0 when T is equal to Tc. From the above equation, it is clear that value of K for most of liquid comes out to 2.12. However, for liquid, that is water, alcohol, that associated, the value of K become less than 2.12, while for the liquid that dissociate, the value of K comes out to be higher than 2.12. Effect of surface tension. The important effect created by the phenomena of surface tension are described as: the surface tension reduces the area to minimum. Example, the raindrop and bubble of gas acquire spherical shape to minimize surface area. The rise of water in capillary due is to property of surface tension. Similarly, rise of oil in a wick of lamp and underground water is due to surface tension. When a capillary tube is immersed in water, it rises instantaneously up to certain height. Thus, liquid column in capillary tube is supported by surface tension which act along the surface of water. Measurement of surface tension. There are a number of methods available to measure the surface tension of liquid. Some commonly used methods are discussed below. Number 1. The capillary rise method. Principle. This method is based upon the principle when a capillary tube is dipped in a container containing liquid, the liquid rise in the capillary tube and continue rising till the force surface tension exactly balance the weight of liquid column acting in opposite direction to it. For this, consider height of liquid column in the capillary tube H, let the radius of capillary tube be R and density of liquid is D. Gamma is the surface tension of liquid. Then force due to surface tension that raises the water in column upward is equal to gamma multiply inside circumference of capillary tube. Gamma is equal to 2 pi r. But gravitational force pulls the liquid in downward direction, which is directly related with the weight of liquid column. Thus, weight of liquid column is equal to V dz P minus volume of liquid. But the volume of liquid is V is equal to pi r square H. Weight of liquid column is equal to pi r square H dz. At equilibrium, from equation 1 and 2 we obtain gamma multiply 2 pi r is equal to pi r square H dz, or gamma is equal to RH dz by 2. The equation is valid only if curved surface of liquid is hemispherical. That is, the angle of contact theta between glass and the liquid is 0. This equation holds good for water and many other liquids. The general form of equation is written as gamma is equal to RH dz by 2 cos theta. By using the above relationship, surface tension of liquid can be measured. In this method, height h is measured by cathetometer and radius r by a traveling microscope. This method is applicable to mercury, where h will be fall in level of mercury in the capillary tube. This method gives accurate result, but capillary should be made up of uniform size. The stalgometer method. There are two different ways to carry out this method to determine the surface tension of liquid. Number 1. Drop weight method principle. This method is based upon the principle that the weight of a drop falling slowly out of capillary held vertically is directly related to its surface tension. Thus, for two liquids that are falling at the same rate from the same capillary, they have gamma 1 by gamma 2 is equal to m1 by m2, where gamma 1 is surface tension of first liquid, gamma 2 is surface tension of second liquid, m1 weight of each drop of first liquid, m2 is weight of each drop of second liquid. By knowing the surface tension of one liquid, the surface tension of other liquid can be determined. The apparatus used for this stalgometer, Greek drop measurer. The stalgometer is just like pipette. It has a bulb in the middle and has the mark A on the tube above the bulb. The lower part of it is made up of capillary with a flattened tip. Procedure. The following steps are taken to measure the surface tension of liquid. Number 1. Clean the stalgometer with chromic acid to remove greasy matter and then wash thoroughly with water. Clamp the stalgometer vertically on a clamp stand and attach a rubber tube with pinch cork to the upper portion of stalgometer. Number 3. Now suck the distilled water in the apparatus and adjust the pressure with the help of pinch cork so that rate of fall of drop is 15 to 20 drop per minute. Number 4. 20 drop of water are allowed to fall in a clean weighted bottle which has already been weighted empty. When empty, then weigh the weighing bottle along with drop. Number 5. Rinse the bottle with acetone and allow to dry. Number 6. Now suck the experimental liquid in the stalgometer and adjust the rate of fall of drop with the help of pinch cork as before and take 20 drop of liquid in empty weighing bottle and then weigh the bottle. Calculation. Let weight of empty bottle is equal to W1G. Weight of bottle plus 20 drop of water is equal to W2G. Weight of bottle plus 20 drop of experimental liquid is equal to W2G. Weight of 20 drop of water is equal to W2 minus W1G. Weight of 20 drop of experimental liquid is equal to W2 minus W1G. If surface tension of water is gamma W and surface tension of experimental liquid is gamma L, then expression for this is given as gamma L by gamma W is equal to W2 minus W1 upon W2 minus W1, or gamma 1 is equal to W3 minus W1 upon W2 minus W1 multiply gamma W. Thus knowing the value of gamma W and gamma L can be calculated. Drop number method. It is very simple to count the number of drops formed from a certain volume of liquid than to weight of a drop of liquid. This is the alternate form of above mentioned method. Suppose the number of drops formed from V ml of a liquid is equal to N. Then weight of N drop of liquid is D is equal to M by V. N multiply M is equal to D multiply V. M is equal to dV. Weight of one drop of liquid will be M is equal to V multiply D by N, where D is the density of liquid. Thus, for the same volume V ml of two liquid, the number of drop formed are N1 and N2 and their density are D1 and D2 respectively. The expression used for this is gamma 1 by gamma 2 is equal to m1 by m2 is equal to v1 multiplied d1 upon n1 upon v2 multiplied d2 upon n2, or n2 multiply d1 upon n1 multiply d2. v1 is equal to v2. Hence, by knowing the number of drop formed, that is n1 and n2, from the same volume, v1 is equal to v2 of two liquid, and knowing the density, that is d1 and d2, and also knowing the surface tension of one liquid, the surface tension of other liquid can be calculated. Procedure. The procedure used for drop number method is same as used for drop weight method. Viscosity. All liquid offer resistance to flow. This property is known as viscosity. All the liquid do not flow with the same speed. Some liquid flow rapidly like ether and water, while some liquid flow slowly like glycol and glycerin, etc. This indicates that every liquid has some internal resistance to flow. Thus, the internal resistance to flow possessed by a liquid is called its viscosity. Obviously, liquid that flows slowly generally possess high internal resistance. Such liquid are said to be more viscous or liquid of high viscosity, while the liquid that generally flow slowly have low value of internal resistance. Such liquid are said to be less viscous or liquid of low viscosity. Liquid of high viscosity generally possess high intermolecular force of attraction, while liquid of low viscosity generally have less intermolecular force of attraction. The viscosity result due to internal friction forces of the liquid. To understand cause of friction, consider a liquid flowing through a narrow glass tube. The liquid may be imagined to be made up of larger number of molecular layers. These layers are arranged one above the other. All the molecular layers, that is, all part of liquid, do not move with the same speed. The velocity of different molecular layer of liquid is found to be different. The layer of liquid which is in contact with the wall of glass tube is also stationary, that is, has zero velocity. As we move from wall of glass tube toward the center of glass tube, we observe velocity of this cylindrical layer goes on increasing and it becomes maximum at the temperature. Conversely, the velocity of different layer goes on decreasing from the center. Conversely, the velocity of different layer goes on decreasing from the center toward the wall of the tube. In other words, we can say due to greater intermolecular force of attraction amongst the molecule of liquid moving in layer offer some resistance of friction to the layer immediately below it. This force of friction which one layer of liquid offer to another layer of liquid is called viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity. The frictional force of internal resistance to flow of liquid can be measured in terms of tangential force which maintain the constant speed of different layers. So it has been observed that force of friction F between the coaxial layer is directly related with area A and directly related with velocity difference dV between two layers, and inversely related with the distance dx of separation between two adjacent layers of liquid. Thus we can write F in the form F directly proportional to A dV by dx. F is equal to neta A dV by dx, or neta is equal to F by A multiplied dx by dV, where neta is coefficient of viscosity or simply viscosity of the liquid. If dx is equal to 1 centimeter, A is equal to 1 square centimeter, and V is equal to 1 centimeter per second, then neta is equal to F. Hence, coefficient of viscosity is defined as the force of friction of 1 square centimeter between two parallel layers of liquid separated by 1 centimeter far apart and each having an area of 1 square centimeter. If difference is small, then we write F is equal to neta A dV by dx, where dV by dx is called velocity gradient, unit of viscosity. In CGS system, neta is equal to dyne per centimeter square. In SI system, neta is equal to Newton per meter square second. The unit of viscosity is poise in the honor grade scientist Poisley. 1 poise is equal to 1 dyne per centimeter square second. or 1 poise is equal to 0.1 Newton per meter square second. 1 centipoise is equal to 10 to the power minus 2 poise. 1 millipoise is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 poise. Fluidity of liquid. The flow of liquid can be expressed in terms of fluidity phi, or it is reciprocal of coefficient of viscosity. It is represented by phi. Hence we have phi is equal to 1 by neta. Fluidity is the measurement of the ease with which liquid can flow. Coefficient of viscosity of some common liquid at 20 degrees Celsius are given in following table. Effect of temperature on viscosity. Viscosity of liquid decrease with rise in temperature. Kinetic energy of molecule increase due to decrease in magnitude of intermolecular attractive force between the particle of liquid. It has been found that decrease in viscosity is about 20% per degree rise in temperature. The decrease in viscosity with temperature can be expressed mathematically by use of equation given by Arrhenius. Neta is equal to A small e की power e by RT. Log n is equal to log a plus e by 2.303 RT, where a and e are the constant for liquid. T is the absolute temperature. E is the energy of activation for viscous flow of liquid. A graph between log n and against 1 by T is a straight line with slope e by R. Viscosity and chemical constitution. Viscosity is neither an additive nor constitutive property. There is no relationship between chemical constitution of a compound and its viscosity. However, some general results have been observed which are given as: number 1. For a homologous series, the value of viscosity increase as we move up in the series, but increase in value of viscosity is found to be almost constant for per CH2 group. Number 2. For a compound involving in chain isomer, the straight chain isomer have large value of viscosity than branch chain isomer. Number 3. For a compound involving the geometrical isomer, the value of viscosity for trans isomer is found to be higher than the cis form. Number 4. For a liquid that is associated or not, this can be explained by using Dunstan's rule. According to this rule, for a normal liquid that is non-associated liquid, we have expression d by m multiply neta multiply 10 की power 6 is equal to 40 to 80, where neta is coefficient of viscosity, d is density of liquid, m is the molecular mass of liquid for an associated liquid. The value is found to greater than 80. Here the value of associated and non-associated liquid are listed in the table 5. Here, according to the Dunstan's rule, the value of Dunstan factor term as LHS varies from 40 to 80 for non-associated liquid, whereas this value is much higher than 80 for associated liquid. Hence, this rule is useful in predicting whether a liquid is associated or non-associated. The rheocore. Just like paracore that related with surface tension of liquid, the rheocore is also related with the viscosity of liquid. Thus, the viscosity of liquid is related with the molar volume of liquid, and this relationship forms the basis of property termed as rheocore. For this, Newton's friend gave an equation that relates viscosity of liquid with its molar volume, that is m by d multiply neta to the power 1 by 8 is equal to R, where d is the density of liquid, m is the molecular mass of liquid, m by d is equal to Vm is the molar volume of liquid, n is viscosity of liquid, R is rheocore. The above expression may be written as R is equal to V multiply n to the power 1 by 8. If n is equal to 1, then R is equal to V. Thus, rheocore may be defined as the molar volume of liquid at a temperature at which its viscosity or coefficient of viscosity is unity. Rheocore is also additive and constitutive property, but its use is limited. Ryukohr and chemical constitution. The Ryukohr value of different atom and group are listed in the table 6 and 7. From the table, it is clear that Ryukohr value of hydrogen atom is found to be different in CH bond, COH bond, and in the case of halogen acid. Similarly, Ryukohr value of oxygen atom is also different in ether and ketone. Application: to determine the structure of paraldehyde, acetaldehyde CH3CHO generally exists as trimer with formula CH3CHO whole thrice. Its structure are given as: Ryukohr value of acetaldehyde is 62.4. The trimer paraldehyde is formed by removing 3 ketonic bond and form a 6-member ring. Hence, Ryukohr value of paraldehyde is calculated as R value of 3 CH3CHO molecule is equal to 3 multiply 62.4. R value of 3 ketonic oxygen is equal to 3 multiply 3.2. R value of 6-member ring is equal to 5.6. Calculated R value of paraldehyde is equal to 172.0. Observe R value of structure I1 is equal to 172. Observe R value of structure second is equal to 185.5. The calculated value of R agree with structure 1, hence paraldehyde exists as structure 1. Determination of molecular mass of polymer. The molecular mass of polymer can be determined by measuring the viscosity of their solution in appropriate solvent. The principle of determining the molecular mass of polymer outlined as: it can be determined by using Schrodinger method. If neta is the viscosity of a solution with concentration C and neta naught is viscosity of pure solvent, then specific viscosity of solution is given as neta minus neta naught by neta naught is equal to neta Sp. Special viscosity is related with the relative viscosity by the relation N related is equal to neta related is equal to neta special by C, where C is the concentration of polymer solution. A plot between neta Sp by C versus concentration C is found to be linear. When this plot is extrapolated to zero concentration, it gives the value of viscosity called an intrinsic viscosity neta. Hence, neta is equal to C limit tends to 0 NSP by C. The unit for intrinsic viscosity is centimeter cube by gram. The intrinsic viscosity neta is also related to the average molecular mass of polymer by the equation neta is equal to Km bar की power A, where K and A are the constant for given polymer. M bar is the average mass of polymer. This equation is called as Schrodinger equation or Markov-Hoving equation. The value of K and A can be determined from intrinsic viscosity of polymer whose molecular masses are already known. Value of K and A for some polymer solution are listed in below table. Markov-Hoving or Schrodinger equation is neta is equal to K m bar की power A. Taking log on both sides of equation, log neta is equal to log K plus A log m bar. From this equation, a plot of log neta versus log m bar gives a straight line with the slope of A and intercept equal to log K. Thus, the value of constant K and A can be determined by knowing the value of K and A. The average molecular mass m bar of polymer can be determined from the measurement of intrinsic viscosity. Liquid crystal mesomorphic state. There are many crystalline solid which when heated undergo two sharp phase transformation one after the other. Such a solid first fuses sharply at a specific temperature and give a turbid liquid and then again give clear liquid at some other specific and higher temperature. These changes become reverse on cooling at the same temperature. The translucent liquid thus formed show anisotropic behavior. Then anisotropic behavior is observed especially in their optical behavior. Thus they give double refraction and interference pattern in especially in polarized light. Since anisotropic behavior are associated with crystalline state, the translucent liquid are called Liquid crystal. However, the term liquid crystal is not satisfactory because these substances show the property of liquid like mobility, surface tension and viscosity, etc. Thus, the term mesomorphic state, that is intermediate form, is probably used. However, in spite of all these, the original name liquid crystal is still frequently used. Substances showing the other type of behavior are usually long chain organic molecule, that is CH3 C double bond O, COO C27H45 or C6H5 COO C27H45, etc. and para-hydroxy phintol and ammonium oleate. These substances on heating melt sharply and give translucent liquid, which on further heating give clear liquid at a specific high temperature. The temperature at which crystalline substance changes into translucent form is called transition temperature, while the temperature at which translucent form changes into clear liquid is called its melting point. Type of liquid crystal. On the basis of arrangement of molecule, the liquid crystal are classified in the following manner. Nematic liquid crystal. In this type of liquid crystal, the particles are arranged parallel along the long axis. These molecules are not arranged in layer, their parallel plane can slide over each other. These liquid crystals show thread-like appearance when observed under a microscope. As the name is nematic, that is thread. These liquid crystals are less turbid and mobile in nature, that is have tendency to flow. They can also scatter light strongly. A few examples of compounds showing this type of behavior are listed in table 10. That compound example, that is para-azoxyanisole, para-azoxyphenol, dibenzyl benzidine. Number 2. Smectic liquid crystal. In this type of liquid crystal, the particles are arranged parallel along the long axis. These molecules are also arranged in layer. The parallel plane can slide over each other. These crystals are soapy in touch and structure, hence given the name smectic, that is soap. Smectic substance is easily transformed into nematic substance at high temperature. Example: ethyl para-azoxybenzoate, ethyl para-azoxycinnamate, N-octyl para-azoxycinnamate. Number 3. Cholesteric liquid crystal. In this type of liquid crystal, the arrangement of particle is same as that of nematic liquid crystal, but in this crystal, parallel axis is oriented regularly and give helical structure. Due to their helical structure, these crystals show the phenomena of optical activity and reflection of light of different color under different condition of temperature. Hence, due to their amazing behavior, cholesteric crystals are generally used in form of ring that change color with the mood of person, that is depend upon temperature of skin or body. Chemically, they are derivative of cholesterol, hence their name is cholesteric. Use of liquid crystal. Number 1. These crystals are generally used in wrist watches. Number 2. These crystals are also used in electronic instrument in which a digital display of black number take place against the silvery background. Number 3. A film of liquid crystal can measure the body temperature. It helps in diagnosis of diseased tissue. Number 4. The liquid crystal are used in industry as lubricant. Number 5. Nematic liquid crystal are used in LCDs, that is liquid crystal display devices. Difference between liquid crystal, solid and liquid. The solid substance differ from liquid and liquid crystal in term of arrangement of particle, that is long range order of their molecule. While in liquid substance, the arrangement of particle is not found to be regular as in case of solid, but in liquid crystal the arrangement of particle lie in between solid and liquid, that is mesomorphic state. As the particle of liquid crystal do not have a perfectly ordered arrangement like that of solid, and still they have ordered arrangement of their particle than a liquid, as observed from X-ray diffraction study. Further, some crystalline solid on heating gives symmetric crystal, whereas some other give nematic crystal. The arrangement of particles in these type of liquid crystal are less ordered than a solid. The arrangement of particles in symmetric crystal are more ordered than nematic liquid crystal. There are many crystalline solid which on heating first form symmetric liquid crystal, which on further heating give nematic liquid crystal, which on further heating give clear liquid. For example, it can be observed as in case of cholesterol myristate. The structural difference between solid symmetric liquid and liquid crystal, nematic liquid crystal, and a clear liquid is shown in figure. Consider an example of crystalline solid such as cholesterol myristate. It is crystalline solid in which particles are arranged in a regular manner, that is, orientation of all the molecule is found to be same. On heating, it changes into a turbid liquid called symmetric liquid crystal. In this state, all the molecules have same orientation and are spaced equally in plane, but arrangement of particles are somewhat irregular. On further heating, symmetric liquid crystal change into nematic liquid crystal in which particles have same orientation but not spaced equally. The arrangement of particles in nematic liquid crystal become irregular. On further heating, the nematic liquid crystal becomes somewhat a clear liquid in which particles do not have regular arrangement. Thermography. It is a technique of recording the temperature variation, especially of the skin, on temperature time graph. The graph or record thus obtained is called a thermograph. Generally, cholesteric liquid crystals are used for thermography. This is because of their helical structure. They show the optical property of reflecting light of different color under different temperature. This is because helical structure poses a characteristic pitch length. A particular pitch length corresponds to a particular wavelength of visible light. When this pitch length changes with temperature, the color of emitted light also changes. During the emission of light of different color, the chemical structure of cholesteric crystal does not show any change. Different liquid crystals scatter visible light at different temperature. This property of different liquid crystal is described in the form of event temperature or clearing point temperature. The lowest temperature where liquid crystals scatter the visible light is called event temperature. At a temperature below this, the liquid crystal exists in solid form are found to be transparent. At the temperature above the event temperature, the substance exists in purely liquid form. This temperature is called clearing point temperature. So in thermography, the stable liquid crystal are selected depending upon the color of the light reflected in the required temperature range. Thermography has wide application in medical field, especially in the early detection or diagnosis of breast cancer or tumor. This technique is also effectively used as disorder like arthritis and back pain, etc. The basic principle is that the heat change produced in the skin of affected organ are different from the heat changes produced in the skin of healthy organ. Earlier, the liquid crystal were pasted on the portion of body under examination. Now, this dark method is not used. Now, the simple method is used. In advanced method, liquid crystal are pressed against the disease part as well as the healthier part of the body, and color photographs are taken. These color patterns are interpreted to detect the affected part of body. Ancient Greeks used as primitive method to diagnose the diseased part of body. They used to apply a thin mud slurry on the body of patient and observe the pattern of drying and then determine the abnormal distribution of body heat by the healthy part or by the diseased part. This technique was called medical thermology. Liquid crystal display LCD and 7-segment cell. One of the most important application of liquid crystal is in the electronic industry. Both symmetric and nematic type of liquid crystal are used in electronic devices as in liquid crystal display LCD. LCD screen are widely used in cell phone, digital watches and calculator, etc. LCD is a thin, lightweight display device without any moving part. Its name is LCD because the display screen is made with the help of liquid crystal. Principle: it is a thin film of liquid crystal that its thickness is about 1,000 of an inch. Is placed between two sheets of glass. One of the glass sheet is coated on one side with a thin layer of an electrically conductive material such as tin oxide. When no current is passed through the polarizing sheet, the molecules are oriented uniformly and light can pass through the cell. This is because the molecules of liquid crystal are in state of low energy, hence entire assembly appear transparent. When electric current is applied, the molecule of liquid crystal get twisted into higher energy excited state and light gets scattered. This results in black display on screen. Thus, a number or letter is displayed in black against a silvery background. An LCD can be made of any size and is cheap in cost. Its display require a very small current, so watches and calculator can be operated for a very long time. LCD give clear image because of imposing black image on silvery background. 7 segment cell. Most of the display in LCD watches and calculator are made up of 7 segment section. Each 7 segment section can display on number figure. Similarly, for alphanumeric display, there are 14 segments. Segment is an active area in display. The complete display panel is made up of two polarizing sheets. The polarizing axes of two sheets are aligned in the same direction. These polarizers transmit light in perpendicular direction. A layer of liquid crystal material is placed between these two glass sheets. In the absence of electric current, direction of all the liquid crystal are uniform. Therefore, light can pass through the polarizer or sheet and reflected back by the mirror surface and then again passes through both the polarizer. On passing electric current, the molecule of liquid crystal become disoriented and axis of polarization of light get rotated. Thus, the light coming from first polarizer get rotated by passing through the liquid crystal and it does not pass through the second polarizer. The second polarizer block the passage of light. This result in production of dark image on screen. Color display. The LCD relate all the wavelength of visible light equally. So we observe black image on silvery white background. Now refine LCD produce color image. In color LCD we use pixel instead of 7 segment section. Each pixel is divided into 3 parts. One with red filter, one with blue filter and one with green filter. The pixel can be made to limit a particular color. It can be done by varying relative brightness of these 3 color sections. All the pixels collectively produce a sharp, bright colored image. So that's all about liquid state and liquid crystal. Thank you.